Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Thursday and I have a project ready for you. If you look in the background, you can tell I've got lots of stuff sitting back there, don't I? Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot and the recording. All right. Lots of stuff I need to get delivered and organized. The summer did not get, my room didn't get organized like I usually do each summer. But as you know, it was kind of a crazy summer for us. All right, I'm going to switch the camera around here. So we had a team meeting last Saturday, and I wanted to give everyone a treat. I think most of you know we went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, on our way to see the Liberty Bell with my mom. And we stopped at Hershey, and I found these candy bars, and I have to tell you, they are really, really good. They're milk chocolate with crunchy wafer cones. I haven't tried to find them here. I was able to buy them at the Hershey store. And so I thought it would be fun to give one to my team members that attended our team meeting last Saturday. So I didn't want to just give them a candy bar. I wanted to decorate it. And I'm using some of the designer series paper that is actually on the last chance list. It was in our catalog last year and they carried it over for a little while, but just at the beginning of the month, they put it on the last chance list. And I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. I'm trying to see if I can, oh, here we go. It's beautiful paper. It's called Wildly Flowering, and it is discounted right now. It is on the last chance list. This is one of my favorite patterns. All right. And I'm using a stamp set that is also on the last chance list. It is Patterns of Friendship. You need to get this. I love this one. Friends are the family you choose for yourself. Now, who wouldn't love to get a card like that knowing that you've chosen them as your family? You bring much laughter and joy. You bring much joy and laughter to my life. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face. Bestie, thanks for being the best. This is an amazing set. It is also on the clearance rack. So you want to grab those before they're gone. And I just think this paper is stunning. All right, so I've got a 6x6 piece of paper here. We're going to start by scoring it at 1/4. Now it's designer series paper, so I don't want to push as hard as I would for cardstock. Then I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. So 1/4, a 1/2, 2 3/4, 3, 5 1/4, and 5 1/2. You could make it a little bit smaller, but it was just easier to do it this way, and then I didn't have to worry about cutting it down. I needed to make several of them in a hurry because I was just back from our vacation. And I don't know if all of you know, my mother-in-law passed away last week. And so we were doing things for the service and the viewing. And so getting stuff ready for the team meeting, I needed something quick. And I'm going to show you how I figured this out. All right. So what I did is I want to fold them all in so that it folds, and I'll put it around the candy bar here in a minute. So what I did, this is how I did it. I'm going to go, let's see if I can move this enough that you can see the bottom. Okay, so here's my inches because that's what I use. See all these little fuzzies? Let me get those out of my way. All right, so I took my candy bar and I first laid it on here, and it is 2 1/4 inches. Okay. Then I put it up on its side because I wanted to see how much the side was, and it was 1/4 of an inch. So then I laid it down again. So it went to 4 1/4, and then I need another here at 5. All right. So I knew I needed it at least 5 inches across. And like I said, this is 6. So I went, okay, 2 1/4 plus 2 1/4 is 4 1/2. Then I need the sides of 1/4 and 1/4. So that went to 5. Okay, but then you also want to do the score line. You could wrap it just around there if you wanted to. I wanted to give it a little extra space to attach it. So as you can see, it wrapped right around there. I chose this paper because I thought it looked pretty good with that blue. Really wasn't an azure blue. It was kind of in between azure and misty moonlight. So I went with this misty moonlight paper. Now, you could, if you wanted to, glue your paper onto your candy bar, but I wanted people to be able to slide the candy bar out and keep the wrapper because you know me, I like to reuse things. So if I make this for them, they can slide it out. They could go get another Hershey's candy bar, slide it in there, and pass this on to somebody else. Because you know I'm all about using it again. All right, so the nice and easy thing is I'm going to grab my liquid glue, because you know me, I like wiggle room. And I'm going to put some adhesive right here. And then I'm going to wrap this around and put just a little bit of adhesive right here. Cinch it up nice and close. Hold it down for just a couple seconds. And there you go. See how easy that was? So you can duplicate this. Lay it on your glass mat, or if you've got grid paper, and just roll your candy bar or your item around to figure out how much you need for paper. And then another thing I have done, and let's see, do I have, you can take your paper and lay it here and just kind of gently press to figure out where you need your score lines. You'll see I could go around like that. And then go back with your bone folder and fold those creases. And that's actually what I did, now that I think about it. I folded it over that. Then I laid it on my glass mat and I wrote down on my Post-it note that disappeared the different measurements. I had it right here, guys. What did I do with it? All right. So I wanted to make this, finish it off a little bit so it wasn't just the paper. So as you can see, I wanted to make sure that stuck out on both sides. So I took a piece of paper. This is 2.5 by 1 1/4. I stamped Happy Birthday in Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to put that right on there. Now for the team meeting, I did You Make Me Smile with this little flower, which I thought matched nicely. But unfortunately, the Happy Hibiscus has already sold out stamp set. So I couldn't use that. So I came up with something different today. I did this just because the ladies at the meeting are going to say, why'd you do a different greeting? And that is why. So if you wanted to, you could take this and put a mat behind it to add a little more color. But to be honest, I think people are going to be more excited about the candy bar than what I put on it. And then I thought it would be fun to grab a gem and put just a little bit of sparkle on there so that it shines just a little bit. I'll take, I tell you what, if you don't have the rhinestones, you've got to get them. They add so much to everything. I think now, isn't that an awesome gift? Who wouldn't love to get that? The nice thing is, especially with these candy bars, you can buy a box of them, like if you're needing them for school or the office, hang on to them. You're using one piece of 6x6 paper. This was scrap paper. You don't have a lot invested, but it's so much nicer than just handing them a candy bar. So I hope you like this project. I thought it was really fun. The ladies seemed to like it at the meeting on Saturday. I am going to also show you one other thing. This is unusual, I know, but last week I showed you the sunflowers, remember? And we colored them. And then after I was done, I stamped this, but then didn't post it. I was so busy getting ready for my mother-in-law's funeral and the team meeting and stuff. Isn't that stunning? Look at that. All I did was drag Night of Navy ink across the flowers. I'm actually going to be using these for some thank you cards for my mother-in-law. She loved blue. All I did was emboss it, and I took the deboss side and drug my Night of Navy ink over it. I bet I did all of these in less. I had them embossed. I mean, it took, and when I embossed them, I doubled them up. So let me show you. If you look at these, they are going to line up exactly because I could do two at a time. So I put them in there. I got 8 of them done. I ran it through the die cut machine twice. I did these two, then I did the other four. I bet I had it all done in less than 10 minutes. Probably wasn't even that long. Awesome way to make a beautiful card. Now I'm going to add some circles to it and have my thank you cards ready to go. So, hope you like the candy bar, my idea for a quick, simple card. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you order the Patterns of Friendship or the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper, those are both on last chance. When they're gone, or the Sunflower embossing folder, I will double the Stampin' Rewards for that order. That's good till next Tuesday when I share a tip. Have a great, fabulous Labor Day weekend here in the US. If you're outside the US, have an awesome weekend. I'll see you next Tuesday with